is Kaya, and we with
Tim.
Tim. Okay, Tim, tell us a little bit about you and your brand.
Yeah. So, Tim, my friends call me Tim Beats. Funny thing is, I don't even do music anymore, but it got me into the realm of being creative. So that's who I am. And who you are is who you is. So who you is who you will be.
I like
so
that.
My brand is called Crown Omega, which stands for the last of royals, which is crown, obviously royalty, and Omega standing for the end. But at the same time, I'm a spiritual man, so I don't care about like all these jewels and all that. Everything goes to God first. So it actually stands also in my heart, King of Kings, Alpha and Omega.
Okay.
So, it got something deeper in there for me. But basically, it's just a brand that's supposed to give recognition to, if I looked at your lineage or your tree right now, I guarantee you somewhere, it's some royalty. Like, I literally promise you, in your bloodline, you got a king or queen tethered to your name. So that means that this day you royalty. You just don't step in it. If you don't, I'll remind you. You know what I'm saying? I want to waken you up. That's where these kind of conversations and empowerment come from. I'm gonna wake you up. So I just want people when they wear my brand to feel some kind of I might be forgive. I don't know if I can say this, but I might be a young nigga.
Yeah, you can say
you know
that.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I might be a bad bitch, but all at the same time though, it comes with respect and a certain level of dignity.
Yeah.
Like you can be all the above.
Yeah.
So let's treat it as such. You know what I mean?
I like that. It's a deeper meaning to it.
Yeah, we have some good people on the podcast today.
Make some good people.
Yeah.
So when you say you did music, let's talk about that. I heard that little spill like that. What kind of music were you into?
I mean, I was into music.
Yeah.
So majority of the time, I did some production. I like to produce and I like to be like to make beats here and there. Then it weighed off. I'm not gonna do it, so don't ask. I can hold a note a little bit.
Ooh, okay, you want to do a little something?
I think I gave you a little heads up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna embarrass myself. But then I started just engineering. But then I realized a lot of the artists I was working with, the passion didn't match. The passion I had for engineering. So, and half of the time I was just doing stuff for free. I'm not even gonna tell you the names I was in studios with working with. So it's just like I said, you know what? It's not really me. My field. So even though I stepped away from music, I still admire and love the text music. Like literally, any of my artist friends right now, I'll say something slick like, "Hey, bro, I would have mixed you way better than that." You know what I'm saying? Just just because I don't mean I still ain't got that ear.
Yeah.
But other than that, ain't my lane no more. Some people just got to know what's not their lane.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Learn when to fold them. Or is it hold them, learn when to fold them?
I have no idea.
Whatever that white saying is. It's a white saying.
The white saying.
I just learned.
Yeah.
I'm learned.
So speaking of mixing, have you heard the new Drake album?
I heard.
How do you feel about it?
Are we saying new Drake album? Or are we saying new Drake and 21 album?
Let's keep it real. New Drake, 21% Savage. Because it wasn't that many of 21 in it.
I mean, 21. I haven't listened to the entire project. I got to admit, I fuck with Drake, so it just gets to the point where I just believe his name hold weight to the point you may not even have to listen to a record to know.
It's good.
Oh yeah, that shit gotta be some, even. And then my thing is like, even for a bias, let's say it's not like pressure or heat.
Yeah.
You ain't no fool. You gonna, even if it's a song from Drake that you ain't necessarily like or spoke to you directly, you gonna do some shit like this. I mean, this ain't that, but it's 21,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna catch yourself doing something like that. So, I mean, I ain't really listened to it, but I ain't dumb enough to know or dumb enough to not know. There was some heat on it.
Yeah, for real. My bad, Kaya. I didn't mean to get off topic, but when he said mixing, it was some songs on Drake's album that was like, I don't know if you should have did.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the album.
Yeah, you're not?
It's okay. It's a little provocative.
Little?
Yes. But it's tight. It's tight.
Okay.
My favorite. I mean, I don't really listen to that genre of music much, so.
What do you listen to?
R&B. I am old school all the way.
R&B?
Yes.
Define old school R&B. What is that?
I'm talking like,
SWV.
once again, SWV, Off the 7. I'm talking Anita Baker, okay? I'm talking like deep old school, not no Whitney Houston because your parents play that shit. No, I'm talking like
Whoa.
real.
I don't disrespect Whitney Houston.
real
Let me tell you something.
Real old school.
Man, if y'all don't know where she from, which y'all should, boy, you can feel the passion. I mean, nothing but that accent just came out just then. She meant that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I am definitely old school all the way. So
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go back into fashion.
Yes.
You talked about the music, so I had to hear about the music. But let's go back into fashion. What really inspired you to start clothing? Because I know you're talking about, royalty and everything, but like, what was the okay? Yeah, I'm about to do this.
Absolutely. So for me, everything comes down to imagery and portrayal. So if I cannot tell you that I'm a tattoo artist,
Yeah.
and I'm firm about people with their belief systems attached to tattoo, I can't give you an entire spiel about the significance of that and not have significantly profound tattoo.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you that you're royalty without, subjecting to everything that comes with that. You must look like royalty. You know what I mean? You must portray yourself as royalty, because if that's what I believe you are, if that's what I'm telling you, I must show you signs of that. So if I'm already, not even trying to gas myself, bezeled out, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be clean cut as possible. And like, even I'm lacking right now, but clean cut to a certain point, like, don't play me. Come on, let's be real.
You
know
lacking?
what
I see the hairline.
yeah, it's giving.
I see the fade in the back.
I mean, the pure. It's giving.
But thank you. But like, at least in some degree, like, still, just trying to be clean cut. I mean, at some point in time, the royal garments had to come and play with it. You know what I mean? And my thing is, when I say royal garments, it's all come down to like the concept. Like, how can I say this? I'm not a fashion designer. I just make designs that are fashionable. So with me, it's just like, it doesn't have to be like necessarily like a Louis or something like that, but it's just something that holds a certain kind of, prominence to it when you understand the significance of it. So once you build that significance, it's more than a t-shirt, it's more than a hoodie when you understand the representation of it. You know what I'm saying? People could tell you all day, a company could literally have a Nike logo on it and it'd be a Gildan shirt.
Yeah.
And even if you saw it was made a Gildan shirt, you would still lean towards the Nike because you understand the significance and the prominence of it.
Yeah.
Let's do the same thing for the recognition of that royal aspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it. So I do have a quick question. My bad if I cut you off, Kaya.
Wow, you good.
But do you feel like people should be judged? Because I know you like, if you're wearing like, Louis or anything like that. So how do you feel about fast fashion and like, fake fashion?
Fast fashion in what way? I'm sorry to cut you off. Fast fashion in what way?
Like fast fashion and
You mean like trends versus brands?
Yeah.
I'm about to say something. First of all, that was crucial. That was beautiful. Brands are created by trends. Trends create brands. Brands create trends. They have to coincide.
Yeah.
They have to coexist. You know what I mean? Think about how many luxury brands correlate with streetwear brands.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be honest, that no longer is an aspect. You know what I mean? Let's not even talk about Virgil Abloh. You know what I mean? I mean, how many times has Louis Vuitton linked up with like Supreme, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, or the sportwears, you know what I mean? Like, so honestly, I think anybody that claims any insight into fashion, they'll be ridiculed for even thinking that they can't coincide, or that ridicule would occur because a person doesn't like if a person does this fast fashion or real brands, I guess, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Think about it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Niggas wear jeans with red bottoms. I don't remember Louis Vuitton making ripped denim at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, come on. So,
Okay. And how do you feel like? So we're at the Atlanta Streetwear Market, right?
yeah.
There are some other ethnicities here, but it's majority. Well, there are some other races here, but it's majority Black.
Right.
How do you feel like Black people influence not even just the world, but specifically fashion?
We are the rhythm. We are the culture.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And let's be real. All colors are derived from color. You dig
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's just like, hey, we are the culture. Culture doesn't exist without us.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
and I me personally, I don't believe in and downplaying or being disrespectful to other races, because that's not me. But my thing is, I'm not even gonna get deep into it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real. There is nothing that has ever occurred in history that's ever been recorded or unrecorded that hasn't involved that melanin. Nah, we are the culture. We are the vibe. We are the rhythm.
Nah, for real. Like you said, I'll never downplay, but I'll never downplay another race, but I will never downplay my race to uplift no other race. Like if somebody is like, you know what I'm saying, well, fashion, speaking in fashion, like we created, I'm not going to say all the
Many
trends because we didn't
things.
create all the trends, but
Many things.
many things, like especially trends. If TikTok, social media, if a black person does it, it blows up, but we don't get the credit. That's one thing I don't like about how stuff is trending, because we started, but we don't get the credit. Like Virgil invited Kanye West and a whole bunch of other people to like one of the Louis Vuitton shows, and people didn't realize how impactful that was, because it's like you don't see these certain people in that room, especially with what they was wearing. Like they was wearing the trends that are trending now, because that show was long ago. But they're wearing the trends that were trending now, and nobody saw that before until Virgil brought them in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah.
You know what I love about that? Because this is what I was going to say to you. At some point in time, what's apparent is apparent. We're very aware of that aspect in life. Black people are aware that most things will probably be taken from us
Yeah.
out of context, out of the text. You know what I mean? Like that's deep. But let's be real. At some point, somebody got to be like, bro, I'm just not gonna be victimized. But victimization also occurs in both occurrences. Like you have to also choose to not be a victim anymore.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the thing I loved about Virgil, you know what I'm saying, which is why, in a lot of ways, even to some significance, I want to be a son of Virgil. Be for real with you. So my thing is, bro, Virgil really understood his presence and understood like no matter what, like fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. Cleve Sanders at violin. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
And he continued to show us until his passing. And what was so far, I feel like your questions are full circle. One of the most prominent fast fashions and luxury brands was those Virgil Abloh's Louis Vuitton Air Force Ones. You know what I mean?
That was nice.
So I mean, even after his passing, they were nice. But what it was, undisputed nice. He had to make what you said undisputed. You know what I mean? And he brought it to life. It was undisputed. You know what I mean? So my thing is like, yeah, they're gonna always take what, but that's because we have so much of it naturally. And at what point are we gonna realize people gonna want what we naturally have? Babies bob their heads to music. You know what I'm saying? Like we naturally have it. I take pride in knowing they want to steal it. Keep stealing it. All of it. I call it inspiration because it comes naturally. It's just gonna keep coming.
I know that. I get what you're saying. I know that I influence, but it's just like sometimes in my head, I'm like, damn, like, I don't want them to copy off me every time. Like, damn, they bleaching their not bleaching their skin. I don't know what's the reverse of bleaching your skin? Tanning your skin.
I mean, I get that. I get that. I do get that. But at the same time, if ain't nobody copying you, then you ain't doing something right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if somebody wants to copy us, there is no other, and I don't want to quote this, but I'm pretty sure it's obvious. There's no other race that gets more copy than us. So what the hell does that mean? What does that say? Bro, and every time they take something, we got something else. Where we talk about inventions, theories, we always, what was the smartest civilization? Smartest civilization known to man so far.
What did you say?
What was the smartest known civilization?
Damn, what was the smartest known civilization?
No.
Right now, the document, they were the Egyptians. A lot of our math and practices come from
with
Egyptians.
That is
pyramids and
true,
stuff.
actually, yeah.
They
Like,
still,
thinking about
to this
it,
day,
yeah.
they still don't know how the hell they built those pyramids with what they had.
With the echo.
Yeah, like how?
Yeah.
How? So this is my thing. What were those people? All right then.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. Hey,
They try to wipe it. They try to wipe it like they wasn't.
come on.
We ain't gonna talk about that because I didn't even know if Egyptians were black until I got dang in high school or close to college because they try to wipe.
That's true. But at the same time, they still come. I'm big about like self-perseverance. preservation when it comes to certain things. Like, we do that to ourselves as far as information. I mean, just like all those cliches, put it in a book, you know, all that good shit. We do that to ourselves. If we really would have just researched it, we would have been on simple things, you know, who was black and who's not, you know. I think y'all catch what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Who is and who ain't. Come on, man. Like, if you just took the time to go look at it, we got the resources. So that's why I'm like, I'm a proud black young nigga and proud black African American man that knows and says, shit, we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they gonna keep doing what they doing, but they been doing that. That's nothing new. So why are we acting surprised every time it happens?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the what do we get out of that? You know what I'm saying? You sell the same shit. Ooh, I'm hurt. I'm sad. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Nah, just keep moving around and do what you do, because you do the same thing to your other folks.
Yeah, for sure.
I know we're wrapping up, but I really like what you said about, you know, you choose to be a victim. And yeah, that's so true. I'm just like processing everything you're saying, and that just stood out to me. Like, you really choose to be a victim, you know, like, I mean, people target you, but depending on how you take it will depend on, you know, your outcome. So I really like when you said that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cut the victim mentality.
Yes. And
I'm not even speaking for black folks.
I feel like a lot of black people, because we play victim all the time and we feel like so much is owed to us, we don't grow. You know, so yeah, don't play the victim, man. Just get up, brush that shit off, and move on with your life, because 10 years down the line, that shit will not affect you.
Nah.
It will not affect you. It does not make you who you are. So I like when you said that. Yeah, thank
What's
you
some
for being
advice
on
you
the
would give?
podcast.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah, no, go ahead.
What's some advice you would give to the younger generation?
Stay vigilant. You know, stay vigilant. And I don't want that to be so open door, but, you know, open ended. But our generation was intellectual. Our generation was impressive. That's the word around town, right? These new kids work iPads much faster than we do.
Oh my God.
But I didn't want to get into that conversation, but I don't know what this generation,
like, they
next
literally
generation
do TikToks in restaurants. Crazy.
Hey, like, remain vigilant. You know, just remain vigilant and steadfast on your goals and opportunities.
Yeah.
It took us to get hit with a pandemic to realize we can make our own money. It's just been real.
God, I ain't gonna call. I know someone who actually started an Airbnb business, even though I don't really like Airbnb business because it's like affecting the housing market. But he started it. He got like 6, 7 now. Man is making bank. I'm like, dang, why did you tell me? But at the same time, I'm like, dang, maybe I should have researched it and got it myself. So, yeah.
What about you, Neil? What do you have to say to the youth?
Damn. You hit me with my own question. I would just say some cliche. It's something cliche.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, believe in yourself. Because we believe in yourself and act on what you want to do. Because if you don't do it, it's never gonna get done. Like this podcast, we talked about it, and if it was just all talk, it would just be all talk. Every time we get like at a restaurant, girl, what about that podcast? We'll start. You know what I'm saying? Start it. Do it.
Yeah, we literally did this in matters of a month. Like, it was an idea, and a month later, it was a whole podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely do what you want to do.
And it's okay. It's okay if you like. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if you try something and it doesn't work out for you, because not everything is for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, not everything is for you. You know, you learn when to stop, when to quit. But always try to figure out what you're passionate about, you know?
Yeah.
Kaya, I'm gonna hit you with the same question since you wanna hit me with it.
I mean, my advice for the youth is, like, step away from social media, because everything's not real.
Yeah.
You know, I think in this day and age, a lot of kids get kind of like trapped in the idea of social media lifestyle, and it's not real. It's really not real. I mean, Nia and I had a conversation where there's like 19-year-olds that own apartments that have Teslas, and it's like, what are they doing to get that? You know, like, you can't want what someone has if you don't work towards what you want. So
For sure.
yeah, that's my advice. Is not everything you see on social media is real, and just work for what you want, man.
For sure.
Don't want what others want. Want what you want. Want it for you.
All right, I like that. I really appreciate you coming and joining us on the podcast today. You dropped some straight gems on this podcast.
Yes,
I hope anybody who listening to this just gets a lot out of this today.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Let us know where we can find you and
Oh, yeah.
follow you, like,
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow me on Instagram. My personal page is at TIMBEEATZ. That's Tim Beast, and then my clothing brand, obviously CRWND Omega. That's Crown Omega Last Royals. Looking forward to seeing y'all, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all at the top.
Yeah.
For real. We're gonna see each other at the top.
Come on now.
All right. Another interview. ATLT.
Everyone bites at us.
A Time Like This podcast, Atlanta Streetwear Market. Peace.